How do? Welcome into part 1 of my top 20 quality of life mods. New content on the channel. We took a vote and people wanted to see mod reviews and tutorials, so that is what we're doing. We did our first tutorial, was it 2 weeks ago I think, on Spuds. So we're going to do a couple of mod reviews. So part 1 will go through 10 quality of life mods that I use in every gameplay. Part 2 will be my top 10, my absolute peak favourite quality of life mods. Please smash that like button if you like this sort of content. Like I say, it's new, so I want to know that you guys want to see more. And if you're not already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more mod review videos. Let's get into it. So coming in strong at number 20, one of the most popular mods on the game, Universal Autoload. A simple mod that does what it says on the tin. Loads up your pallets, bales, big bags, anything like that you want to load onto a trailer without the hassle of using a forklift or a telehandler. Very easy to set up. You pick your flatbed trailer you want. This will automatically start with Autoload turned on. Down at the bottom here you have the Autoload tab. So you can turn it off if you don't want your trailer to have Autoload. It will set as standard this vehicle options section here. So it'll pick a trailer and it'll pick the unloading position. You can change that. It should automatically select what trailer you've got, but you can change it if not. The unloading position, standard means it will do it from the side, or you can pick rear only or front only. Horizontal loading is on, so obviously if you have got rear or front, you want to turn that to the off. Enable side loading. This is an automatic side loading trigger. I don't use it. Standard it's set to off, but you can have that on if you want. Same for the rear loading. Lets you load from the rear of the trailer. You can extend the pickup range, which is a nice little feature, but generally the standardized range is pretty good anyway. Automatic tension belts. So when it's finished loading, it will automatically do the tension belts. You have that on or off. The limit stacking height, I always have to on because it can cause issues if you're stacking higher than the trailer can handle. But you can turn that off if you want. And then the other three, pretty self-explanatory. No loading if folded, no loading if covered, and zones overlap. So that will flag to say if the loading areas overlap each other, but off is standard. Never really used it. So pretty simple. If you do make any changes from the standard, make sure you hit that save vehicle settings button or else it will reset. And then all you do, it is simply a case of driving up alongside your bales or your pallets or whatever you want to load up. Left shift and R and it will automatically load up whatever you have got waiting. And it will mix as well. It doesn't just do one type, it won't just do just bales or just pallets. You can mix, take it to wherever you want to go, and on your F1 options it will tell you unloading side left, so 5 from the top. You can change that if you want it to unload on the right. You just press U and it changes to the right. Then all you're doing, left shift and I, and it unloads it for you. Easy as that. And let me tell you, that makes bale collecting a hell of a lot easier. Coming in at number 19, we have got unload bales early. Again, another mod that does what it says on the tin. Say you've harvested this field and you get to the end and you've only got 88% of a bale, but you want to empty it out, use it for hay or for grass or anything else. Simply a case of pushing O and it will unload that bale at any percentage. A really handy mod. Comes in very useful on a lot of my playthroughs. A lot of the time you finish your field and you've not quite got that last bale finished, and you just want to empty your baler, crack on with the next job. And like I said, that can be done at any percentage. Boom, easy as that. Coming in at number 18 is Stop Full Combine. Now if you're like me and you play with crop destruction off, I'm sure we've all done it. We're harvesting away, we haven't realised the combine is full. We're distracted listening to music or watching something, and the combine carries on and destroys a load of crop. This mod will stop your combine when it gets to 100%, even if you're on cruise control. So as we are now, we're going along, we're on cruise control. We hit 100% and the combine stops. A brilliant mod, very useful. Again, I use it in every playthrough. And it just stops stupid mistakes on crop destruction. Don't need to do anything to activate this mod. It just works as standard on any combine, forage harvester, potato harvester, root crop harvester, anything really. Any harvester at all, it will work on. Coming in at number 17 is the Tool Inclination Helper. Now this is a lifesaver when you're loading, especially when you're unloading onto a trailer. Bottom right corner next to the speedo, you've got two small circles with numbers in. 1.1 meters tells you how high your boom arm is, so as that goes up and down, that tells you how high it is. The number next to it, 25 in red, that is the tilt on whatever attachment you've got on, your forks or your bucket or whatever it may be. As we move those, the numbers go up and down. So red is up, blue is down. And when it's perfectly level, you get a green 0. So those forks are perfectly level. I can't say how much this has helped me in the past. Certainly when you're doing a lot of loading with the telehandler especially, it does fluctuate on your inclination. So if I know that both those numbers are at 0, I know that those forks are flat to the ground and it will easily load up my pallets. This is also extraordinarily good if you are doing in-cab view, because I don't know about you, but for me, you know, that looks pretty level when actually we're 4 degrees on a tilt. So when you're trying to unload onto a trailer and it doesn't come off your forks, you can have a quick look down there and you know, well, hang on a minute, I'm not level, that's why it's not coming off. A seriously good tool that, especially for a realism playthrough if you're in cab view. Coming in at number 16 is the Xtreme Used Sales Unlocker. So this mod, every hour will put a new item into the sale. I can't remember off the top of my head how many it can go to, but the list is huge. So we can see here we've got full line plus free. If we skip on an hour, a new item has entered the sale. We've got full line plus 4. And that will keep adding in new items every hour. When it's full, it will start replacing. And it goes from the top left is going to be the new item. So if you've got something there, your list is full, the next one will replace that item. So if we pass on to the next day, go back into the store. This has now had 16 hours overnight and it's added another 16 items into the sale. And it doesn't just add equipment, it also adds in seeds, fertilizer, herbicide, lime, anything that you can buy from the store will come into this sale, and it's always discounted like that there. £591 for a pallet of seeds. If you go for 2, it will put the second one in at the base price, 1,260. Sometimes you'll come into it and it'll have 4 or 5 bags. Sometimes it will just be 1. So the numbers range, but it will only discount however many items it comes in as standard. And this is a great, to be honest, since using this mod I barely buy new. Sometimes I will, but 9 times out of 10 I'll get it out of the store, because you can use any other mod you've got. So if hire purchase, for example, I can hire purchase this. You don't have to buy it outright. And a lot of things are heavily discounted, like 70%, 69% off that, 67% off that. You know, they are good discounts, and it's definitely worth your time to get. This one's not on Mod Hub. It wasn't last time I checked. but I will link where to get it from down below in the description. So coming in at number 15, we have got Sort Your Shop. This mod, dead simple, all it does, it sorts your shop from cheapest to most expensive. So any section that you go on, whether it be tractors, whether it be trucks, it will always have the cheapest option first, increasing with the most expensive at the end. I don't know why this is not used by giants as a standard. 9 times out of 10, any game that I've played that's had a shop always has the cheapest option first, progressively getting more expensive as you go on. So this just makes sense to me, this mod. I've used this since, I want to say FS22, and I've never not used it. Just makes sense. I want to know what's cheapest, and I want to know what's most expensive, and that's just the easiest way of doing it. Coming in at 14, we have got Park Vehicle. Now again, this mod should be higher up in the list really, but it's such a great little mod. So let's say I have a wheel loader, and I only use this wheel loader once a year to load up my potatoes, for example. If you have multiple vehicles on your farm, we all know how much of a pain in the arse it is tabbing through every vehicle to find what you're looking for. This mod stops that tab. So all you do is in the cab, you press Ctrl and T. And at the bottom right corner, next to the steering wheel, by the gears, there's a little red circle around 2 arrows. That means your vehicle is parked. And all that means is that you cannot tab to that vehicle. So I've parked the wheel loader. Let's say I'm finished with the combine for the year. Don't need that till next year. Ctrl and T will park that vehicle. I can no longer tab to either the wheel loader or the combine. So we're back ready to harvest time. We want to get back into our combine and be able to tab to it again. We've got 2 options. You can either manually enter it as such. Once you're back in the vehicle, all you do is press Ctrl and T again, and that then will allow you to tab back to that vehicle. Or let's say you've got 3 or 4 combines you want to use. Let's just park that up again. You have left shift, Ctrl and T, and that will unpark all of the vehicles that you currently have parked. So I can tab to the combine, I can tab to the wheel loader. Such a time-saving mod and a brilliant quality of life. Next up at number 13, we've got the Perfect Edge mod. This mod, again, does what it says on the tin. It draws a straight line in any direction you're going. So let's say I want to make a road down here. Without the Perfect Edge, it is very difficult to keep that line straight. With this mod, all you do is you hold left shift and it locks the axes. Click and drag, and it, no matter where you put your cursor, it will only draw on the axes. You can go left and right, but you have to let go of left shift before you change your axes. Top tip for using this is click your left mouse button to start painting before you lock your axes. So you hold left mouse button, then you hold left shift, then you move where you want to go. Sometimes it doesn't like it, so if I hold left shift before I click, sometimes like now it won't go in the direction I want it to do. So make sure you hold your left mouse button first, then hold left shift, then you draw your straight line. Coming in at number 12, we have Paint and Terraform Anywhere. Now this mod exactly does what it says again. If I wanted to, I don't own this piece of land here, but if I wanted to make a road, I can paint on it, and I can level it, and I can do whatever I want to it. I don't really use this mod for that. What I use this mod for is when you're building. So you put your shed down, and it's not level. You've got this ramp up to the building. Let me just paint around there so you can see it a bit better. You have this ramp around your building where, because it's trying to put the building on a level base, it will automatically level the ground. Now in the base game, you cannot level this off because it's classed as part of the building and it won't let you terraform within the footprint of the building. So the paint and terraform anyway mod just simply allows you to level this off. Now we have a level entrance to the shed. Again, a brilliant quality of life mod. The amount of times before I found out this mod, I'd place a building, it'd have a massive ramp coming up to it, I wouldn't be able to do anything with it. It used to drive me insane. Why you can't do that on the base game, I don't know. It just will not let you paint or terraform within the footprint of a building. And again, if you want to paint it, so okay, that base is tarmac. I don't want tarmac, I want it to have a grass base. On the base game, you can't do that. It's locked in to whatever ground texture the building comes with. This mod allows you to paint it, put whatever ground texture you want down. So there we have it. Now it's sitting on a grass base. Coming in at number 11 is a Lumberjack. Again, this mod is widely used by the farming simulator community. It's such a good quality of life mod. Say I wanted to get rid of this tree. In the base game, I would have to cut it down. And I would have to cut it into manageable sections and move it somewhere, or chop it up into tiny little bits to get rid of it off the map. Lumberjack allows you to just delete trees. So it comes with super strength built in. So if you have this mod, you don't need to use the dev controls to turn super strength on. You don't need a separate mod for super strength. All you do is you double click left alt and that will turn super strength on or off. This tree is very small and light anyway, so let me show you with this one. So obviously I can't pick that tree up. Double click left alt, super strength is on, and I can pick the tree up. Super strength off, can't do anything. So what that allows you to do is, you see the orange circle here on that tree. I want to get rid of this tree, it's in the way of a road I want to build. I hold left alt to turn super strength on. That ring turns red. That means that it will destroy this tree. Tree's gone. Easy as that. There is quite a lot of features that come with this map. It's great if you're doing a forestry playthrough. So these sort of hedges, for example, normally what you'd have to do is you'd have to cut it like you would a tree. Again, if you hold left alt, just gets rid of them. You can just walk along, get rid of these bushes a lot quicker than you can do. But what you do have to be careful is, just like then, if you're doing that and you're close to a tree, it will jump to that tree. So you have got a little bit. So you have got to be a little bit careful with it. But such a time-saving mod. What it also does, it tells you the length. So if I get my F1 menu up, at the bottom there, it's got two measurements. So one will be the cut length. So the right-hand side of that cut is 1 meter. The left-hand side is 6.3 meters. If I want to do, I don't know, let's say I want 3 meter logs. I just press the F1, look at the length, and there's my 3 meter log. What this also allows you to do is remove stumps without a grinder. So again, holding left alt to turn your super strength on, you get the red ring. and the stump's gone. Easy as that. So a brilliant mod for anything forestry, or just if you want to get rid of some trees on your land. Okay, that's going to do it for part 1 of my top 20 quality of life mods. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, like I said, this is new content for the channel. Last time we did a tutorial on spuds, so now we're going to start doing some mod reviews. So we're going to be mixing it up, mod reviews and tutorials. So part 2 will drop next Sunday, and then after that we'll do a tutorial, and then after that we'll do more mod reviews. So we are going to just start swapping between the mod reviews and the tutorials. All of the mods will be linked down below in the comment section. I think the only one that's not on Mod Hub is the Xtreme Sales Unlocker, but the rest of them are on Mod Hub, which means, I think, don't quote me because I'm not a console player, but they should be available on console as well. Drop me a comment down below to let me know what your favourite quality of life mods is, and make sure you tune in next Sunday for part 2 where we go through the top 10. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please smash that like button so I know you want to see more content like this. Subscribe so you don't miss a video, and I will see you next time.